on the video though. Okay, so what will you do to solve this system before you're going to graph each line? Say it again. Give me, dictate and I'll write it. Say it again. Right, I'm going to use substitution, right? So this y will be replaced by this. So negative x minus 1 equals 2x plus 5. Substitution, right? And then I move to x, and then I move negative 1. So negative 3x equals 6, or x equals negative 2. If x is negative 2, how much is y? 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. Negative 4 plus 5 is 1. So the solution is negative 2, 1. I will always perform this calculation on scratch paper. Now they want me to graph, but I already know the solution, right? So I have an advantage. Good. So let's graph y equals negative x minus 1. When x is 0, oh, I already know the y-intercept, but let's say when x is 0, how much is y? Negative. Good. So I have 0 comma negative 1. And then when y is 0, perform the calculations. Y is 0. I have to move negative x here, and it becomes positive. So then x will be negative 1. So negative 1, 0. So now I have the graph of the first equation. All my colors are gone. I just are not good anymore. So 0 comma negative 1 and negative 1 comma 0. So this is the first line. And this is y equals negative x minus 1. Now the second equation, y equals 2x plus 5. I already know that it has to pass through negative 2, 1. So negative 2 and 1. Why? Because I did my homework before I even graphed. So when x is 0, y is 5. So 0 comma 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when I graph, I will write y equals 2x plus 5.
Could you pull that down a little more so you can see? Oh, sorry.
Any questions? The y-intercept, 0 comma 5. When x is 0, y is 5. That was all in chapter 4. Nothing else from chapter 4. Now let's look at chapter 3. I would like to review 3 today, and then 2 and 1 on Thursday. Any questions so far? I'm looking at the review on pages 242, 243, 244, 245. Okay, so let's, one problem. We should look at picking 2 points. Can anyone give me 2 ordered pairs? Any 2 ordered pairs you want? And then we would like to find the equation passing through those points. Any 2 ordered pairs you'd like.
3 and 4.
Okay. And let's say negative 3 and negative 8. So we're asked to find the equation of the line passing through them. I cannot get to the slope intercept just yet. I have to find something before that.
You're going to do the x minus x2, but you're going to do the x squared. I don't know.
X2 minus X1 over 1.
What is that?
XY1.
It's the remember, it's the rise. So first is the difference in y's at the top over the difference in x. Rise over run. So this is important. So the slope is m, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So rise over run. Difference in y's first and over difference in x. So yes, I will write negative 8 minus 4 divided by negative 3 minus 3. The top is negative 12, the bottom is negative 6, and the slope is a nice slope of 2. Now I have the slope, and then how do I determine the equation of the line?
You pick one of the points, put it in the
Exactly, y minus y1
and
times x minus x1. Which point you would like to pick, doesn't matter. But the slope has to be 2.
3 parentheses 4.
Okay, so you want 3, 4. So this is 3 and this is 4. So then we have y minus 4 equals 2, x minus 3. Yes, I have to distribute. So then I get 2x minus 6 and plus 4. I move 4 to the other side. So y equals 2x minus 2. What does this represent? Well, it's the equation of the line passing through the given points.
Can you move
Yes?
the pay for that? Thank you.
Sure. Any questions? I'm looking for a word problem, and I found one. Yogurt is an ever more popular food item. In 2002, these are problems 125 and 126 on page 245. In 2002, American dairy affiliates produced 2,134 million pounds. Million pounds of yogurt. In 2009, it rose to 3,800 million pounds. Use this information for exercises 125 and 126. Assume that the relationship between time and yogurt produced a linear time of yogurt produced is linear, and write an equation describing this relationship. X is the number of years past 2002. So what does X represent, or what does 2002 represent if X is the number of years past 2002? So what will 2002 represent? X equals?
0.
Perfect. What will 2009 represent? X equals?
9.
Careful.
7.
7. Good. So now can anyone give us two ordered pairs that represent the information we have in this problem?
0, 2000.
Yes, 0, 2, 1, 3, 4. And the other one? 7, 3, 8, 0, 0. Excellent. 1 minute. Find the equation passing through these 2 points, which is the linear relationship that represents the production of millions of pounds of yogurt T years since 2000, X years since 2002. Do we have the equation? Can anyone give us the slope? Because that's what we have to find first, correct? So first of all, the slope. Yes, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. It is crucial to redo all 4 tests between now and Thursday, at least once, and do them 3 more times between Thursday and Tuesday. It's the last effort before the final exam, please. Okay, so then we have 3,800 minus 2,134 divided by 7 minus 0. We agree? So what did we get?
1,666 over 7.
1,666
over 7.
You can leave it as is, but I need the measurement unit. Whatever it is, or you can approximate it if you want. Give me the approximation as well. I will put it in.
238, so it'll be 238 pounds.
230.
pounds.
Okay, point something.
No, it's flat.
Oh, okay then. Excellent. So no approximation then, but I need the measurement unit. It's a ratio. A measurement unit for a ratio has to have a measurement unit coming from the top and a measurement unit that comes from the bottom. Million pounds per year. Excellent. So the production increases or decreases with 238 million pounds per year?
Increases.
Right, because the slope is excellent. Now, since I have the y-intercept 0, comma, I don't have to waste my time with y minus y1, because I have the other one. So I have y equals, which is the slope-intercept form, which is 238x.
X plus 2001.
Very good. Okay, now use this equation to predict yogurt production in the year 2014. What does year 2014 represent in terms of x? Because I can't put the name of a year in an equation. X equals 12 indeed. 12 years. So please tell me what is the production in 2012, assuming, I'm sorry, 2014, forgive me, assuming that the model still holds.
49.
How much?
49.
So 238 multiplied by 12 plus 2134, and you said y equals 49, 90. Measurement unit, please. Very good. Million pounds of yogurt. Very good, excellent. A lot of yogurt, yes. Okay, I would like to look at some domain and range. Okay. So let's suppose I have this function. These points mean that the function starts and ends at those points. It does not continue forever. And I'm just going to make up some numbers here. Let's say I'm getting -2, -6. I'm going to say 6. Let's say 4. And 7. For this function, first of all, is this a function? By the vertical line test, this is a function because the vertical line will cross the graph in only one point. Okay, since it's a function by the vertical line test, so function by the vertical line test, VLT, vertical line test, I will ask you to determine the domain and the range of this function. Domain. Yes, so this is 7 up here. This is -6. This is -2. And this is +4. So can anyone give us the domain of this function? Where do we measure the domain? Lowest point is the range. When you talked about the lowest point, then you're looking at the y-axis. So yes, on the x-axis. So from the leftmost point, which is this, till the rightmost point, which is that, will be the function domain. What is the domain then? How do I write it? -6, comma 4. Very good, from left to right. But what do I use? Parentheses or brackets?
Bracket.
Yes, because it's a full point. Very good. Now, can anyone identify the range of this function? Yes? -2, comma 7. Very good. Perfect, with brackets as well. Okay. Determine whether each pair of lines is parallel, perpendicular, or none of the above. So let's say 54 on page 243. We're given 3x plus y equals 7 and negative 3x minus y equals 10. We're given two lines. We are told, don't graph it. Just tell me whether the two lines are parallel, perpendicular, or none of the above. How do I determine that?
Their slope. Yeah.
Very good. I have to find the slope. In order to find the slope of each line, what do I need to do?
Slope of line.
Solve for,
Oh, line.
yes, you're right, you're right. You said it in a different way. So solve for y to find the slope. So can anyone give us the first equation solved for y? Y equals negative 3x plus 7. And can anyone give us the second equation solved for y? So yes, I move it. So I move y to this side because it's negative, and then I subtract 10. Or you keep negative y, you move negative 3x, but then you have to multiply both sides by negative 1. So which method would you like to apply? Yes, I would move y, and I will move 10. So therefore, y equals negative 3x minus 10. What is the slope m1 of the first line?
3. Negative.
What is the slope m2 of the second line?
Negative.
Good. What do we conclude about these two lines? Parallel. Indeed, they are parallel. I don't know what I wrote here. Okay, it's a combination. I'm making up words. Okay. Let's say we are given a function. I'm looking at problems 95 through 98 on page 244. And let's say I'm going to choose a 97. There is a function denoted by g of x, which is x squared plus 12x. And they're asking us to find g of 3, g of negative 5, and g of 0. What does this mean? If I'm asked to find g of 3, excellent, perfect, thank you. So please dictate and I'll put it in.
So the 3 squared, which is 9.
Not yet. Right now, you're right. You're way ahead of me. You're right, but I'd like to write it down first for everyone to see.
Plus 12 times 3,
Perfect. And now you're right. It's 9 plus,
36.
excellent, which is good. Now, can anyone dictate how to plug in negative 5? Very good. And it has to be like this. This is crucial. Plus 12 in parentheses times negative 5.
25
Indeed.
plus a negative, so it'll be minus 60.
Good.
So the answer would be
Now with 0, 0, 0, the answer is 0. Can anyone give us the first ordered pair that we just determined for the function from here? So I'd like to write all 3 ordered pairs that we just determined. What is the ordered pair for the first? Very good. What is the second ordered pair? Very good. And the last one. And if a function has a point that is 0, 0, what can we say about that function? That the function, excellent, the function passes through the origin. Perfect. I don't know what else to, yeah, I do. I just caught my eye. Graph each linear equation by finding whatever you want. So let's say x minus 3y equals 12. This is my first one. Then I want y equals negative 3x. And the next one is x minus 2 equals 0. And the last one is y plus 6 equals 0. These problems are 31 through 38 on page 243. I want us to graph 4 lines. Yes, the x and y intercepts are the most important. Let's start with the first one. I would like to find the x and y intercepts for x minus 3y equals 12. So I have to find 2 points. First one, when x is 0. Can anyone give us y? One more time. But it's negative in front. Yes. Y equals negative 4. Can anyone give us the first order pair? Excellent. Perfect. Now I want y equals 0. How much is x? So the other ordered pair for this first line is? Do you all agree? Yes? Okay, so let's graph this first function. Zero, negative 4. 12 comma 0. Any questions about the first one? Okay, the second one now. I have y equals negative 3x. When x is 0, how much is y? Which means 0 comma 0, it passes through the origin. In other words, 0 comma 0 is the x-intercept and the y-intercept. And now I need another point. So say x equals, I don't want 33 because it's going to be,
No, it's a negative 3.
oh, negative 3. Okay, negative 3 is good. Sorry about that, I misheard. So then y is 9, very good. And the ordered pair is? Good, good. So 0, 0. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here it is. So here's the line. You have to extend it up and down in both directions. So this is the line y equals negative 3x. Okay, now I want x minus 2 equals 0. What do I have to do first?
Oh, get one by itself. So.
Good, so x equals 2. What type of line is this? Vertical line indeed. Where? When x is 2. Right here. This is x equals 2. That's the last one. We have to graph y plus 6 equals 0. How will you graph y plus 6? What do we have to do first? Good. So y equals negative 6. What type of line is this? Yes, horizontal line. Where? Okay, it's a silly question. Of course, at negative 6. 2, 4, 6, right here. No, the slope is 0. This is undefined because we cannot walk on it if you want to remember it like that. This is impossible to walk on. But there's nothing to do with it if you just want to remember it like that. Okay. I don't know what else to ask from this chapter. Since we have time, let's go to chapter 2. In chapter 2, we solved equations. A lot of equations. So let's look at a few of them. Let's start with problem 46 on page 163. For quantity n plus 2 divided by 5 equals negative n. For convenience, I can change this n to x because my n looks a little bit weird. And I have at least one person agreeing with me. So 4 quantity x plus 2 over 5 equals negative x. 1 minute.